Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so let's talk about Go Yayo for a second here, man. Now, there was a post put out on social media, and it was put out by Say Cheese. I'm gonna give him his props, or them their props. I know that's an organization over there. And they said that Go Yayo, man, his gun cases, or one of his gun cases, or something of his case, had gotten picked up by the feds, you know what I mean? And I was looking through all of Go Yayo's situations in the past, all his arrests. And this is a crazy situation because with all the things that's gone on with Go Yayo in the past as far as his record is concerned, you would be like, man, what cases are they picking up? Because it looks like Go Yayo has a lot of active cases going on. But according to this post, it's the feds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the specifics of what cases he has open, the information out there on him, and any information that he put out, on social media or whatnot. And before we do that, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Go Yayo for real. So for those of you who don't know, Go Yayo is a Fort Worth rapper. Now, I could have said Dallas. A lot of people make that mistake. But Dallas is broken up into major parts. And Fort Worth, they like to be separate. They like to claim Fort Worth and make sure that they're putting Fort Worth on the map when they're out there. Now, Go Yayo has always put Fort Worth in the forefront. And when he was at his hottest as an artist, man, dude was really blazing, man. He actually set a couple of trends in hip hop that people probably wouldn't even give him his props for. Like that Goku haircut that everybody used to have. You know, the one where you have like the blonde streak on the side of your head and then the rest of your hair is black. And I know a lot of people had that haircut. And Go Yayo was the dude who actually put that out there, man. And other than that, man, he's been kind of quiet. I know he's been still trying to do his thing throughout Texas, but on the music end, it's been kind of quiet nationally. Now, locally, Texas got their own scene. They've always had their own scene. It will always be like that. You could be independent or local in Texas and do all right, man. Now, he's done a couple of interviews out there in the last year, but he hasn't touched on any of the hot topics going on in Dallas. Now, when I say hot topics, I'm obviously talking about the situation that went down with Mo3 in Dallas. Now, what he has done is made some controversial posts on social media in the past or in the recent history since that incident took place back in November of 2020, I believe. Now, he's gone on social media and, almost made posts that look like he was supporting the dude who was locked up. He's made posts, I can't tell if he was out here trolling, just trying to get attention, or was he in full support of people or whatnot? But I just know a lot of the posts that he made rubbed some people the wrong way, and other people, they like the post, so that tells you what it is. Now, Go Yayo has definitely stood on it in interviews that, he's a different type of dude. And he's really, really about what he talks about and really, really about what the streets is about. And, man, nobody has jumped out to disclaim that. Now, there was a situation where Go Yayo got into it with none other than Sauce Walka from TSF. Now, him and Sauce Walka's back and forth was pretty interesting, man. It was entertaining to say the least. And I did a whole video about that situation, and you guys could go and check that out. And, man, you'll see the whole back and forth. And at some parts, Go Yayo is comical, man. He's pretty funny. Let's talk about what we're here for today, this alleged fake case. Now, Go Yayo has several cases out there, man. Okay, if you look up his arrest record, you could see that he was just recently arrested out in Tarrant County, which is a part of Fort Worth. The county for Fort Worth. And it looks like it got turned over to the district attorney's office. So let's look at that information right here. You see you have Go Yayo's, his alleged name. Everything that we're going to be saying is alleged. So, man, don't take this for fact, but this is definitely the Tarrant County inmate search. And you definitely see Kyron Peters, which is allegedly Go Yayo's name. You see his information here. You see the case number, the CID number, I should say. And you see the charge, which is obstruction and retaliation, which, that's a pretty broad charge. So I'm assuming there's a whole bunch of different things that are underneath that, right? And then you have the arrest date, which is just last week, man. That was last week, like the 25th of February. That was last week. And then you have the agency is the TC District Attorney's Office. Okay, so that's where you're going to see some problems, man. And the bond amount is zero, meaning that allegedly, I'm assuming that there is no bond for his charges. Now, if you look at some of these unconfirmed sites and you look at Go Yayo's information, you see a plethora of information as far as his past arrests. Now, some of this is inaccurate, so I'm going to say that off the top, because if you look at his name and you look at his different hairstyles, it's crazy when you look at all his different mugshots. You see like the evolution of Go Yayo. You see all the different all the different mugshots. You see all the different hairdos that he had in all those times. You see all the different charges he didn't caught. And it seems like a constant that he's caught several gun charges allegedly. Now, under this current post that they have here, you can see that they have unlawful carrying weapon, possession of a substance, and an unlawful carrying weapon number 3. So I'm assuming since it's matched up with the date and it says Fort Worth PD, and Fort Worth PD and Tarrant County, that's where all the other charges were, or where it was said that he was arrested last week, man, that looks like that is what he's being charged with. You know what I mean? Allegedly. So, I mean, Go Yayo, he's got a lengthy history, like I said, but it looks kind of crazy, man, to see all that, man. It makes you wonder, man. Go Yayo, I know he touts himself as a real street dude and all that, and I know he was really, really on his music grind, but it seemed like, man, dude was getting locked up a lot in his career. And I remember the time that Go Yayo got into a situation at a club, you know what I mean? And it was like he had got into it with the bouncers, and he even talked about that on his Say Cheese interview. But it seems like this situation has elevated, and according to the sources out there in the hip hop news, man, it looks like it's going to the federal level. Now, when you're talking about the federal level, man, it seems like they coming down with some heavy, heavy charges. Now, there's not a lot of information on the indictment. I've checked all the sources online as far as federal indictments are concerned, and you can't see anything as far as like the information that's given. Like when we looked at the Keywan, the dude who what's his name, the Keywan dude that they indicted for Mo3's murder, right? If you looked at his information on social media, or excuse me, on any of the official sources, like the Department of Justice website, it came right up. There was no missing it. You saw all the charges that he had for the gun case, and you seen all the charges that he had for this situation. But in this situation, you don't see that for Go Yayo, and it's so recent that maybe they're trying to build their, not build their case, but they just handed it over and we'll see something later. But as this starts to, come to fruition, I'm going to keep my ear to this, man. I'm going to watch this situation and see how it pans out. But, so far this is where we're at. So, but do me a favor. If you guys see anything or mention in the comments if you know something that I don't know, and that's pretty tough, man. I'm not saying I'm the smartest cookie in the jar, but I'm pretty good at doing this. And man, what do you guys think? Do you think Go Yayo is being unjustly, prosecuted in this situation? Or do you even believe this information is true? Because like I said, it's all alleged. Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.